Nice. That's good.
You need a tripod for your phone.
First name, Ben. Spell it for me, Ben. B-E-N. Last name, Flickard. P-L-I-K-E-R-D. And title. Let's see. I guess owner. Brook Pointe Inn.
You're the boss.
Yes.
So this is a homegrown?
It is. This facility was built in 1996, and we're a little under 20 years old. So
What is this place? What do you got here?
we are a 30-room, small little hotel, and we have indoor pool, exercise room. Like I said, 30 rooms. We've got basically it's just a small little hotel, like a Holiday Inn.
So, but it's still a mom and pop feel, right?
It is, very much so. We have a lot of family reunions, retreats, church groups come in here all the time. It's probably the number one thing that people say is it's just a quiet facility, and it's just a neat little getaway.
You got a little bit of land too, from what I read.
Yes, we have 20 acres, and we're comprised of woods, meadows. It's just a really neat facility for we've got walking trails, and being close to Lake Walpsee really helps.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, there's something new coming up here. What is this?
We have started accepting Bitcoins, and Bitcoins is a new virtual currency. It's not like a dollar, or something like that. But what it is it's a virtual currency that it's not tied to any government, and it's basically computer programmers that are out there. They developed a system for computing all of those transactions on the network. And there is a maximum limit of 21 million Bitcoins. And every day, new Bitcoins are added to the network. And there is a maximum number of Bitcoins that there will be. So unlike in our currency, where we basically just print more and more and more and more and more money, this is something that there is only so much currency out there.
How do I pay you?
Well, it's pretty simple. The first question is, most people say, well, where do I get a Bitcoin? And you can't just go to the bank and buy a Bitcoin. It doesn't work that way. Most of the people, the tellers, will say, what are you talking about? What a Bitcoin is you have to trade somebody that has a Bitcoin, and you give them cash or another currency of, if it's German or Chinese dollar, you would give them that, and they would trade you for a Bitcoin. And currently today, it's so one Bitcoin is worth about $850 for a Bitcoin. At the beginning of this last year, it was about $200. It went up here about a month ago to about $1,200. So it kind of fluctuates a little bit, and it will continue to do so. There's a lot of people that think that Bitcoins are just going to go away, or basically just collapse. And I don't believe that that's the case because, like I said, it's not tied to any currency. It's not tied to a government. It's not tied to something else. And what's cool about it is, so you want a Bitcoin. You find somebody, whether it be on Craigslist or there's several internet sites out there that you can actually trade your dollars for a Bitcoin. And then right now there isn't a lot of people out there that, like when I say people, there's not a lot of companies out there accepting Bitcoins. There are bars and restaurants and things like that in some bigger cities, but nothing really locally that accepts Bitcoins. And we thought, I kind of got really interested in Bitcoins, and I thought, man, that would be kind of cool. And so I thought, you know what, we could definitely start accepting that at the hotel. And obviously, it's something that people can talk about, and it's just kind of cool. But as far as how do we accept Bitcoin, they come up to us and they say, hey, I want to pay you for a Bitcoin. And right now we're charging 0.1 Bitcoins for a hotel stay, and that fluctuates based upon what the value of the current Bitcoin goes for. And then what they do is they scan, they can take their smartphone, and they can actually transfer their Bitcoin to us via scanning it on their smartphone. So
Would you be the first in Kosciuszko County to accept?
I would say yes, absolutely. We're the first in Kosciuszko County. I think right now there's only three places in Chicago that are accepting Bitcoins.
Now, would this state you as a computer geek? That's why you're
I would probably say I consider me to be a computer geek. But it was a neat little thing to basically kind of show people that Brook Pointe is more than just a small little hotel. We want to basically allow people to pay however they can pay. Transaction fees are a lot less as well to accept Bitcoins. Anywhere, if you're a regular hotel, you're paying anywhere between 1% and 5% to accept a credit card. And in Bitcoins, it's sometimes free to accept a Bitcoin. There are times where it's more. It just all depends on how they're sending it and if they're buying it from a different company or something like that. So it depends on their wallet.
Okay, if I come in the old-fashioned way, I got some dollar bills.
Yep.
What would that be a night then?
Our standard hotel room is $89 a night.
Okay, so that otherwise it's 0.
0.1, yeah, Bitcoins per night. So, and like I said, it fluctuates. Like if we have a sale or the currency, let's say the Bitcoin currency decreases in half. Well, then at that point in time, we would just make it 0.2 Bitcoins.
So you can do like a
We
world
can
market flash.
we can adjust those Bitcoins at any time. Yes.
Excellent.
So it's kind of cool, and it really just kind of really makes it something neat for the guests to talk about when they come in, and guests always like that type of thing. We've noticed.
So you had any hits about it yet?
We have had some people call in and ask about it, but that's, we haven't actually had somebody come in and say, hey, I want to use my Bitcoin. Most people are like, what's a Bitcoin? And realistically, that's how I got interested in it, about a month and a half, 2 months ago, I got interested in the Bitcoins because I just kept reading about it and reading about it. I kept seeing on the news, some of the Bitcoin, some of the Bitcoin, some of the Bitcoin. And I just like, well, what is Bitcoin? And so then I started doing some research, and then that's when I actually became a miner. And mining in Bitcoins it's a way that basically the computer geeks out there to say they run software on their computers or devices, and they actually mine for Bitcoins. And what that is in its simplest form is they're processing those transactions for other people trading Bitcoins on the network. So there isn't a massive computer system out there that does computer, that keeps all the Bitcoins in hand. It literally transfers it from one to the other, and then what the miners do is they keep track of where those transactions were and process it to make sure that they're legit. So
Excellent. There you go.
cool. Give you enough?
Oh, more.
More than enough.